Question is what kind of strat will be coming through. I imagine we'll be seeing a lot of the skylights from the CX side, some spawn-based action. Oh, we got dinked on the way back.
Okay, that is a big opener. Surreal. Very low now, playing over back by the ACs, trying to stay alive as he wants to hold back the B-bomb push, but he can't do it. Nuke Dog and Impact have both found a frag apiece, but they've got control now towards B. Crucial. He is rotating back around. Mighty Max is there to assist him, as he will try and head his way up the B stairs, but MT has domed him, and Joey is forced to save with just 17 HP remaining.
It started off so very well for Endpoint. Like, Surreal gets that peek towards B, like the B ramp. He gets the kill. He nearly gets away without taking a single point of damage there as well. But that dink kind of made him have to play a bit more afraid. Joey, Murky's didn't feel like he knew the door was there for the most part when that peek came through, but gets the kill regardless. So the pistol round for CX, we needed to see them start quite quickly in this one. But the main thing is actually seeing if they can convert, because Endpoint have forced up. It's 5 Deagles in play.
Well then. Into round 2 with this deco coming out. Basically the full investment into it as well. Everyone's got armor, only one player without head armor, the rest of them with nades as well. Crucial and Max go for a double nade down towards ramp. That could have been really good if they had pushed up a bit aggressively or overzealously here. Luckily enough, they'd kept their distance, Ben. 2 meters apart, as recommended.
Of course. So Max has been trusted with this position quite a lot in the CT sides of Vertigo from what I've seen from Endpoint. He'll use this angle quite a lot. Like, there's a little gaps between the sandbags and the wall. It's not great to actually be able to shoot people through, but it's perfect for information. Speaking of shooting though, Nuke Dog does get the opening kill onto Robin. Finds that kill, just taking a single shot in return. So mid control pretty much taken by CEX, although you can see, thanks to the X-ray, there's a movement of CTs on the bomb site. Or rather on towards mid.
Ooh. Okay. Thomas's Deagle does damage. It's very nice as well. Quite reminiscent of Shrek there, Ben. Oh. Thomas, calm it down. 2 big frags with a Deagle. Oh, Max as well coming out to play. It's Deagle City tonight.
They are not messing around with this one. 2v4. Oh no, and Murky doesn't do the jump smoke either, so that site is going to have one side covered by smoke.
The other side
Lucky for them, they do have SGs.
Gap. Yeah, at least you could just watch it and just... Oh, you don't even need to scope
Max.
Although Max, he has wasted the bomb planter, and Murky's left on 1 HP. This will be the round going the way of Endpoint, as they force into it with the Deagle armor, and it works out tremendously.
I can't tell if Max, from his POV, was able to see the actual bomber then, because it feels like the smoke would have covered the entire view of it, but I'd like to think if somebody's planting, that your pre-fire towards that bomb plant is not going to be the same level. Like, it's a very random chance, right? Because of the model going down to plant it manually and everything. Nevertheless, 3 kills for him, 3 huge frags, and oh my word, they're just charging. They've actually ecoed. They can't buy next. This is very confusing.
They just sprint in and... Oh, look at Murky! Look at him spin! This man is Sonic the Hedgehog, Ben. How does he go so fast? He dies, though. It doesn't matter. He's dead. Do you get the plant, though?
Whose model is half in the floor? There's some player had their model half in the floor, like headwise.
Well, Murky was entering hyperspeed.
Alright, so thanks to that plant, they're actually able to get a much better buyout. Because if you consider that minus 800, most of those players couldn't even get AK armor. It was going to be Galil armor. But the plant saves them. Quite fortunate to get it, really. That B ramp's usually quite easy to hold back, but maybe Endpoint don't expect such a quick play. So 2-1. Endpoint still keeping 2 SGs as well.
Hopefully this round will be a little bit more of the norm. Rather
It's a very naughty off angle.
Aggression we've seen.
So the resmoke comes in. So this A ramp control is actually one of the key things that actually separated them in my eyes. Or the pop flash is going to come through. MT will get blinded by this no matter what if Joey gets sent through. But there's a gap. Joey's just looking straight through it instead. Here comes the fade. Could have done with Max throwing that flash a half second earlier. So unfortunately, they give away the opening kill, but that's a lot of damage, though. Like, when you consider 3 players are below 80, that means the M4 headshot will do a lot more. But not the worst casualty, I suppose. It's only an MP9 that was lost. Seems like A site will be the call from CEX.
Slowly making their move as they sliver up ramp. Endpoint will get the first frag onto Impact.
I was going to say, is that the one way that Max threw? But it's actually not the one way. But Robin's been boosted up here. I really like the use of this boost. It's unexpected.
It does give him the extra height he needs as well, just to barely peer over the top of that smoke to get a little bit more information. They've actually only put down the one as well. Murky will get the plant off, but he's burning alive! Oh, Thomas will finish him as well with the Krieg, and that is basically the round set in stone going the way of Endpoint, unless MT has some kind of miraculous play. They're all fairly low, so there is a potential for it. As he looks back over towards the scaffold, Surreal will jump up. How did Surreal get the frag?
Yeah, very unfortunate. I mean, Thomas has just had a lovely round right there. 4 kills with the SG.
That was big.
Easy as you like, I suppose, with that weapon. And now they've got 4 SGs and the AWP on the CT side. That is what I'd call worst case scenario. So, question is, what do CX do? It doesn't look like there'll be much of a pistol buy. It's no armor. Pretty much a throwaway round in my eyes. The CTs will have the confidence to face pretty much every angle, especially with the CZ in hand. But Cypher actually wins that fight. How on earth? Like the SG doesn't actually drop, so it's not a major issue. But wow.
So they've left the bomb back over by ladder room. They haven't committed to anything just yet, and they've got 1 pick. Although they've all taken a little bit of damage, and Thomas will finally get a frag as he sees the head of Murky and peels it clean off. Still about a minute left in the round as well, so no reason to rush things just yet. They can hold and see if Endpoint get a little bit too confident and potentially push into their grasp.
Yeah, it's just a case of waiting out from the Endpoint side of things. CX have to force it with picks, which they're trying to do. They can see they're walking up the side alley right here. Ooh, Joey. Doesn't quite get a chance. But Nuke Dog is quite far up at the alley. Max should be able to deal with it, although it is a bit shaky at times. And there we go. Just 2 casualties, which is kind of annoying, I guess, because they do lose an SG and the AWP. Robin does drop the AWP across the jury anyway, so nothing too bad. 4-1. Let's see what happens now then. Because frankly, this is actually the main one in my eyes. Do CX do a strategy straight from the spawn? It looks like MT's already lining up for smoke, so he broke the skylights there. Although he's actually just gone straight towards the ramp, and he's going all the way up. Scaffolding. Okay.
Ooh.
A lot more initiative has been taken, but unfortunately, Endpoint are very ready for this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And crucial. But a nice pick coming through. Waiting for the push to come around towards scaffolding. Luckily, Mighty Max has his back. Joey can't quite get the hit off, though, Ben.
He still keeps peeking.
But eventually still finds it after 4 peeks back through. The confidence from Joey still gleaming as ever. Impact, unfortunately, spamming away as he came out. Robin will be able to overthrow him towards middle, and that is now a 5-1 scoreline. So Endpoint, slowly but surely, building themselves a nice defense, stonewalling out the opposition.
Yeah, very much a one-sided affair since that first round. And they have actually managed to recover an AK, so they're back to having 4 T-side weapons alongside Nope. There should be a lot of noise, though, showing this is a B play. They've killed Surreal a few times here, and they've got it again. Oh my. Much better plays from them on the C side. They get into the bomb site, all 5 players alive, only armor on 3 of them, though. They didn't actually recover Robin's weapon, unfortunately.
They do have the kit.
Oh, the molly.
Time is ticking away, though, and if they're going to go for this play, they need to find frags soon, and they're not giving a chance. Cypher rips them to pieces, Ben. Hits them with the rhinos. He rips them a new one.
A combination of Cypher and Impact right there. They've identified, though, that Surreal, he's not been able to... he's been getting picked a few times towards that B-bomb site. A lot of the times, though, it's been a case of he gets a bit too close to that ledge and actually gets taken on the way out, rather than actually losing the gunfight straight up. So let's see, they're actually going again. There's 5 players going towards B right now. The nade does a lot of damage, but they're coming up quite fast.
Surreal. Oof. Trying to make it work. And that point blank angle with the M4, but he couldn't quite find the frag. Impact smokes around towards CT, but he's been smoked himself as Thomas will land a bullet right between his eyes. Mighty Max and co now start to make their move back in. It's going to be another B retake. Thomas! He's wilding, Ben! He swung round the corner, nearly got the kill onto Cypher, leaving him inches away from his own demise on 2 HP. They can't actually get an angle to kill him either. But they're still trying to make this one work. The Molotovs are being chucked straight in towards the site. Cypher will fall. Murky gets the train. It comes down to a 1-on-2. It's all up to Joey. But there's going to be no juicy Joey moments tonight. He will be popped off. And that is a 5-3 scoreline in favor of Endpoint.
So now there has to be a sign. So CEX have identified fully. Surreal is having issues holding this B-bomb site. His usual play has been to run up towards the top of the steps right there. He throws a Molotov onto the doorway. CX has been throwing a smoke to get rid of that, whilst also still rushing at him. So the question is, do Endpoint change the way they're playing the CT side at all? Or do they actually just trust Surreal will get, he'll maintain control of this, just give him a few rounds to adapt to the way they're playing? I'd like to think it's the latter. But we can see right now, Thomas is actually towards this B-bomb site too. Perhaps just because it's on a half bias, if you can back him up. On the other side of the map, we did see Murky get the opener onto Crucial as well. The concern for CX is definitely the fact that this half buy with pistols is still just as dangerous, because we know some of these players can go absolutely insane with the pistols.
I mean, they did well before when they had the deco. Now, though, with just a couple of CZs thrown into the mix amongst those deagles. Oh, Max. This is quite cheeky. The MIBR angle, Ben, as they will be bombarding out in towards the site. Nah, he goes flying to his death. Nearly denying the bomb there, Robin. Nice use of the HE, but couldn't quite capitalize off the back of it, so the scoreline now getting a little bit closer, as it will head over to a 5-4.
Yeah, 5-4. It's been a good recovery thus far from CEX. However, let's see if they can actually muster it up against a further buy round. This is a pure gun round from Endpoint as well. There's a lot of strong weaponry being pushed out. Crucial has an AWP, he hasn't got utility to back it. Surreal on the B-bomb site, not actually getting too much utility. Playing a lot more defensive though. He's playing on the actual default bomb site. Just going for a jump spot.
Ooh, okay.
The team kill and... oh, sorry, it's just straight collapse.
Yeah, straight through the body shot, taking down Cypher and killing Thomas. This has not worked out well at all, though, for CEX in the long run, as now it's falling to pieces. Impact and a 1 versus 4 bomb is knocked down, but he is finding the frags, Ben. If he would have got the follow-up kill onto Surreal, it could have been so much easier for him. Unfortunately, it was still too much of a hard task to deal with.
6-4. So that is like the concern, I guess. So Surreal, of course, being a very experienced player, he has different ways of playing the bomb site. He was gifted, thankfully, a team kill, I guess, in the form from Murky. But he used that one-way smoke, and Impact clearly had no idea where Surreal actually would be sat during that situation. Murky very ready for this peak. Endpoint actually going to plan to double nade that corner again. Nobody there. And they actually pull back. So a lot of actual... oh, So Impact's got team attacks just then from behind, and he carries on moving, still gets the entry kill. I'm so confused. Like Nuke Dog has straight up just shot him in the back, and he's carried on going.
I don't really know.
So Robin falls at mid. It was a very weird one.
Yeah.
Like I just nice little Molotov.
That was
Pushes
quite
anybody
tasty.
that was aggressive.
Well,
Although I suppose the issue, that place is so hard to clear, like fully. Like you have to clear left hand side, right hand side, under the stairs, on top of the stairs. Very hard place to clean. Oh no.
oh, they are going to molly max out. He smokes it though, so he can at least stay in position, but they're going to know he's here. There goes the first nade. They have a second? They do not. So they're going to have to wait until he swings. Impact will still get the kill at least. They massively outnumbered the CTs here. In reality, this should be quite a easy site take for them. Utility is just one smoke and two flashes for Surreal. Thomas trying to put himself back up on the elevated angle to take the firefight. Ben gets one with the creek. Surreal also comes out to play, and this is working great to send the round into disarray. CeX immediately have to back off and get into a better defensive angle to play from. The post plants might not work out well. As Surreal is allowed to just swing and take the fights. He can save an AWP, and he saves the round.
That is a horrible round to lose.
Yeah.
So I was thinking for a second, I was like, fantastic, right? They've managed to move 4 players onto the bomb site. Murky's watching the jump up. Perfect, this is great. You know, this is your highest way of winning this. Instead, Thomas manages to jump up, kill Murky, and from there there's disarray. Surreal spamming them through smoke. Thomas stays up, he carries on going. And then the 1v2 as well, they play it as 2 1v1s, basically. They both try and run off the site, not covering for the other players to exit. Unfortunate round to lose, 7-4. They still have a bye thanks to the plan. But that'll be an annoying round to look back at, though, that's for sure. So Murky, he's got that opening against Crucial a few times now. Do they expect Impact to be close? Thomas certainly is ready for it. Easy kill. And there's no trade chance whatsoever. Thomas has switched knife since yesterday. Unless he's using a different one on both halves.
Could have one for a different half, maybe. Unless he is just wilding and he's doing a little bit of trading on the side. He did, yeah. He had the source knife.
And this one was a case hardened. Yeah, no, it's case hardened, isn't it? No. Can you get knives like that?
I don't know. Hang on,
I'm trying to think.
Well, here comes the pushing towards the site, Ben. Murky will be able to pick off Thomas at least, so he will go down. Robin and Surreal remain, and Robin, striking hard and fast there with quite a rapid face coming through. Because he will be able to put that man down to bed. Then it is just on Nuke Dog and Cypher to clutch out the round in a 1 versus 2. Robin!
Oh, see the foot.
Oh, through the smoke. All onto Cypher. He drops the smoke. Robin has dinked him. 12 HP, Ben, as he sits by the ACs. If he shoots first, he'll win it. But the smoke criminal comes back to clutch it.
Oh, that's ridiculously close, and he won't know how close that was until he looks back at it. He really won't. Pause comes through. CeX tactical pause as well. So, again, this is reminiscent of the actual scenario where yesterday MT won that 1v3, right? And it was quite a hype situation. They paused afterwards. That was technically a 2v1, which, I mean, Nuke was quite unfortunate, I guess, from the circumstance that he was in. But potentially pausing, reevaluate, talk about the money, what kind of buy we got, what are we going to do from this buy, how are things going to go, are Endpoint going to buy into it? Most likely, yes. What are they going to do from that? So Endpoint will have a very weak buy available to them, though. 4 Eagles, MP9, nothing crazy. But it's still, as I said, just as dangerous to play against it. Murky's been having a field day thus far on the T side AWPing. So a lot of grenades towards mid. Robin's playing close though. Oh no. Nearly the third.
Yeah, Robin's been really wild in Ben, playing with a lot of confidence into this one, taking the majority of fights that he feels confident to go for. Now, CeX. 3 players remaining. They do have vastly superior firepower, though, going into this round. At Endpoint, what tricks they have up their sleeves? A small collection of utility, one of them being the smoke that Surreal has to try and delay and buy time. Still 1 minute and 13 seconds left on the clock. Nuke Dog will set himself up. Molotov goes out, but it has been extinguished by Surreal.
That's the one way.
This could be so naughty, but he needs to land the shot, Ben. He whiffs. Luckily, Thomas will not make the same mistake. Instead, when he wide swings out. And it is on Max to clutch it with a double D.
Unfortunately, Joey has collected a Mac 10 there and thrown it straight away. I think somebody could have... I think Thomas would have appreciated having that. Or somebody would have. That's for sure. Yeah, Robin could have used it. Or has Thomas been dropped? I think he has, right? No, he hasn't. That Mac 10 could have been used, Joey. I'll be honest. Guess not then.
Apparently not.
And Thomas is a pretty professional user of the Mac Daddy.
He loves it, yeah. Normally.
Unlucky. Right, Robin's going to be tested then. No armor, 5 enemies. He sees one. Oh, the nade. Oh no, if he naded, they'll go forward, they'll go through it. Oh no, he doesn't get a single one. See, you know Thomas would be moving around this map quite fast if you had a Mac 10. So they're really taking their time with this round. They're trying to use as much utility as they can from the Endpoint guys. They know the economy isn't great on them. It will be crucial to get first contact as well towards this ramp area. Such a scary jump spot. He does see them. Oh, he actually peeks and gets a kill.
It's crucial. It's not a pick with an AWP.
Joey wants it.
My God, he's using that rifle like it is.
Oh my God.
Luckily, there is a response from CeX. They don't go out without at least some kind of a hubbub, Ben. Thomas, the Shrek Eagle, looking to try and really ruin his opponents as he walks from behind, fires MT, takes down Murky, and it is all on impact. Who unfortunately couldn't have enough impact into the round. Surreal will defuse the bomb and it goes 9-5.
9-5, but you can't help but feel like that was far too many casualties on the Endpoint side. Like, way too close for comfort. You can't help but feel like the Mac 10, I still maintain, the Mac 10 should have been kept.
Yeah, probably wanted to keep that in play.
Yeah, because you see, Thomas probably would have been a bit more wild, I guess, with the way he played, so maybe he wouldn't have come behind with it. Who knows? Let's see how this one goes. The last round and a half. Yeah. I think it was just natural instinct from Joey to just get rid of it. So Murky has had a lot of wins thus far on this A ramp with the AWP. He's killed Joey probably 3 or 4 times through the entry. The question is, what else can he get done? So Molotov clears the sandbag. The flash will come through. Max should be fully blind off that. Ooh. Crucial, surely. Oh my God, he can actually see over that.
Joey!
He stood still though.
Peers over the smoke.
He gets the kill. As if he just stood still.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, Thomas, surely not.
Thomas was trying to do some damage, at least got the information that should set Mighty Max up to be able to punish everyone that flies towards him. And it's all down to MT. He can either allow this to go through a 10-5 half or try and make it a 9-6 if he can clutch this one out in a 1 versus 2. Flashbang and HE to play with as his only utility. AK in hand as he tiptoes his way on towards the B bomb site. They are going to give him an opportunity to plant as he will clear all of his angles first. Paranoid that there could still be a man on site. Punches in those numbers, Ben, before he falls into his post-plant and the rotation for the CT start to develop. Oh, he's actually holding, waiting for the aggressive play in towards CT. Flashbang soars over, finds the first frag with a headshot onto Mighty Max, uses the flashbang, peeks into it before it blooms, and that is a 9-6 half, all off the back of a huge round from MT.
Yeah, so let's see how this one goes then. Max does drop a P250 to Robin. Gets smoke and flash as well. On the CT side of things, Impact has the kit and smoke. So let's see, Robin should be ready for a face. He's only checking for the upper peak though. And they actually win the battle there. And obviously they're going to win these battles too. Multiple players facing. CT's not landing the bullets they need to. So you know how everybody loves to make a joke about the whole 27-in-1?
Yeah.
Right? That's how some people like to say 27-in-1 means I've actually headshot you, but the game has decided no as well. That's one of the classic things.
Yeah.
So the USP version of that is 14-in-1. As you just saw then, 2 Endpoint players were on 72, so they've taken 28-in-2. There was a player on 86, he's taken 14-in-1. You know, just one of those where you're tapping at the head, but you're shooting him in the shoulder blades, or like the neck, like that's where you're just doing nothing, apparently. Very unfortunate, but the pistol round does go to Endpoint. And this is a very A-heavy play. Committing to this one. I do prefer to see the heavy 5-man stacks towards one area of the map when it comes to these sorts of rounds. Oh no, Max! Oh, Thomas, I was sticking Max. What the hell?
Goodness. Yeah, Thomas.
I was staring at Max in the full lineup of smoke.
Just absolutely bombarding them through the wall there with the wall bang. This is nice as they're knocking blocks off, Ben. It's just Nuke Dog and Impact that remain. This should be a very clean round picked up for them. Unless Impact potentially do some damage in the rear. No, not too much really for him as Thomas will eliminate him. And crucial with the MP5 from quite a distance will remove Nuke Dog.
MP5.
Yeah, the MP5.
I was going to say, the main thing I think on that round was just the fact they had a clear idea what they want to do, and they just Molotov this area, they flash here, and then USP. You know, very simple stuff. So, obviously, I mentioned Link had like 60 kills across the last 2 games of the Prem, right? So don't forget Thomas as well. He was on the other side of it. He's got 23 thus far. He's well on course for another 30. Oh, Max. So CEX have understood that there might be some Mac 10s in here, or you know, an MP5 as we saw. Make sure you get head armor, which they have. So there shouldn't be any tomfoolery in that department.
No mucking about.
Muck Doriarty, of course.
My favourite. Murky, going for a little jump spot here. Yeah, that is quite risky. I feel like that's the one where you do it slightly wrong, your head gets ripped off clean. Ooh, here comes the push, but the Famous isn't going to make him famous with that play. Instead, he flounders as he'll fall over, allowing Thomas to get the opening pick. Crucial. More damage to be done as well. As he's just sprinting in, only beaten out by Cypher and his trusty Famous to deny this aggressive play.
Oh, I didn't realize if you actually move back up there, you can see the CT elevated position. So you jump up there, there's a lower bar, and then you go slightly higher if you go backwards. So that's actually a very sneaky peek if you want to check that heaven spot. That's really nice.
Oh, it's quite naughty, Ben.
It's 12-6. CX going to save all 3 FAMASs. They should be able to actually drop the 2 FAMASs down as well. Nuke Dog and Cypher have great utility to actually do that. So it should be another buy coming in. The scary bit is, though, if you're like saving continuously and the scoreline's building up and up like this, so 12-6, let's say Endpoint win it again, they'll have to eco, they'll be down to, it'll be 14. And also, I've just watched 2 Endpoint players. Yeah. That did feel a bit too early, I'll be honest. That did feel a bit too early. They've lost SGs, they've lost AKs.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god. What on earth is that?
Why?
It did feel like it was way too early. And the fact we've just watched the X-rays drop.
That's mad.
Do we sell a play of the game?
Yeah,
I think that's
play of the week. Put that in. That's the one.
That is the one. God
on earth.
Goodness. Oh gosh.
Right then. Crucial.
So CX didn't actually buy in, by the way. They actually didn't drop those guns across.
Oh, the nade's coming up to do quite a bit of damage as MT is going to take one right to the face. Thomas as
Joey
well.
did try nade over. It didn't quite go over.
Just blasting through them with the AK spam, Ben, as he's going to take down 2. Nuke Dog spots out Surreal as he sits on the stairs. He'll be sleeping.
Was he not looking properly?
No, I guess not. Oh, the flick from Nuke Dog. That's that good sense of smell he has.
Of course. So this should be 13-6. CeX going to buy on the next one. Robin, does he see him? No, he doesn't. Difficult angle to see the opposition. So they've lost 3 players in this hunt. When you consider as well that they lost 2 players to jumping off the map at the end of the round before the round was over,
yep,
the economy's being damaged quite a bit.
Mostly by themselves, but definitely worse now. At least it's not a Krieg they give away for free.
Yep, I suppose it's just an AK, not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it could definitely
Max
be
keeping
much
his Max 10
worse.
though. So how much head armor? So Impact's the only player without head armor as well.
Max breaking all the skylights in spawn there. Just out of frustration, showing off his mountain blade skills that he's been building up over the weekend, Ben.
Oh, of course. He has been playing that a fair bit.
Playing quite a bit of Bannerlord recently.
Yes.
He is the Bannerlord, actually.
Let's see how this one goes then. A double nade towards sandbags. I was going to say, typically you see a flashbang or at least a double peek on this angle if you're going for it.
Oh, the fake flash with the smoke. No, MT. He has had so many good rounds, but that was a play that he was not prepared for whatsoever. Turns and doesn't get a chance to see his death as the Grim Reaper will strike and remove him from the equation. 4 players remain on either side now, Ben. 50 seconds as they tick down. The flashbang was perfect, but unfortunately, there isn't going to be a kill from Cypher. He has his head ripped to pieces by Surreal. Murky has to get 1 kill with the AWP on the cross. Can he do any more? Max just charging in with a MAC-10, slaughtering them all. This could be the 14th round picked up for Endpoint if it carries on in this fashion. As the bomb has gone down, they just need to play for the post plant.
3v2. That's a player spotted, a player killed as well. So Nuke Jog has a smoke. Max has picked up the AWP as well, bear in mind. He's not got it out. I'm kind of confused. Yeah, I was going to say it looks like he crashed. It looks like he crashed.
Yeah, it's crashed. I did wonder why he relogged on Steam a minute ago. That would make sense.
So really, it's a reload.
Left Surreal at a 1 versus 2. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I can't help but feel like that scenario is so much different.
If Max
so much
doesn't
more
just
different, rather.
crash.
Max definitely doesn't stay at alley.
No.
He goes round. So, tech pause be coming through here. Endpoint lose Max for a second. Very unfortunate timing. So CeX do benefit off that, and this also means that we've got our closest game today now. As we've got a minimum of 7 rounds on the losing opposition for the day. So let's see. Shouldn't be too long, I'd imagine.
No.
Seems like it was just his internet that dropped, right?
Max is back in now in the real world. So
There
you go. Now he's back in the game.
So a bit of an annoying one, I suppose, from their side. They still have a bye. It's just not the worst thing in the world. 13-7. CeX did recover an SG and an AWP, though. There's an alternative reality right there, by the way, where Max doesn't actually drop out of the server as quickly as he did.
Yeah.
And they look around for him, they then waste too much time, and he wins the 1v2 without doing anything.
From being AFK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been fun to see. A game of calamities, this wouldn't be called, if that's the case.
It would have been indeed, Ben. Ooh, Murky. You can't help but feel like that should have been his kill there. It seemed like he was on for that one, but denied. Mighty Max, or should I say the ghost of Mighty Max, at least gets the revenge frag. Crucial will go down to MT at least, over by the scaffolding. Molotov's going out to try and lock him in position so he can't escape, forcing him to fight. But fight he will, like the gladiator he is, Ben. Takes down Surreal.
I was going to say, Thomas is charged after getting the kill as well, going before the smokes land even. So Max and Robin, 2v3. But will it become a 1v3 because Max DCs? Unlikely.
Surely he doesn't crash again. Although it seems like Endpoint might have crashed when it comes to energy into this round. Max dinked. The likelihood of him winning this one is dwindling away, especially when Max falls. Ooh, Cypher and Impact getting the frags. That is going to be the round. And the AWP save, so quite a nice pickup, putting them 13-8 now.
Bit of a rough one for Robin there. Plenty of damage dealt, but he needed that kill, as many players turned around on the first shot. 13-8. Max does have a decent buy, considering they're on like an eco, but it's just like pistol armor. Still a scary one. 2 smokes, 4 flashes. And it looks like it's going to be a play towards this same A ramp. And they're actually just storming all the way up. They smoked off the scaffolding side and they're just going all the way up the ramp.
This is going to be a bit of a brawl.
They've stopped. So they get control of the entire ramp. And they relax. They've got 2 smokes, so they can cut off the site completely. And they've got the 1 flash. Oh.
Okay, Murky with the AWP, killing Thomas. It's a good start. But what more can come from it? Obviously, the pistol prowess of Endpoint would have been the scary factor, but not when Murky
a no-scope!
Gets himself a 4K. That's the ace, Ben! Oh, Murky. His eyesight was nice and clear for that one. That was beautiful.
Thumb no longer broken.
No.
He's fragging out.
Friendship with Thumb back.
Relationship status. In a relationship with Thumb. Of course.
Naturally.
Endpoint tack. Right. So they've actually gone for a pause at the end of the actual pistol buy. So it's still not fantastic. Like, yeah, utility-wise, they're lacking. They really are lacking. I'm wondering what will be the play though. So Thomas is still fragging out just as well as he was a few rounds ago. He's not stopped. It's just that he needs everybody else to back him up. The concerning part is, it would have been a bit of a tilter on that 2v2.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it would be a tilter for Max. And obviously people will be annoyed that he has timed up, but there's nothing he can do about it. Right? That's something you can't control. Ooh. So on the lurk roll on the B side of the map here as a T, you put this smoke in because you can usually see through it, such as that. Right, on the CT side, we could see very clearly Nuko could not see Surreal whatsoever. You throw that smoke through, and then you get an easy peek that way. So Surreal getting to take advantage of that on his side too.
Murky.
Nice kill.
Continuing on from the damage he did in the prior round. Unfortunately, trying to take the fight like that is not going to work out well, as Crucial gets 2 critical kills with his Kalashnikov, and now they start to make their move on towards the bomb site. Just leaving it up to Impact and Cypher, Ben, in a 2 versus 4. Max is low, Crucial's low, but I think the call to save might be the play for CEX.
Yeah, it should be the case. There's no need to force this one. You've got 2 SGs. You've got decent money as well. So you might as well take those guns, get out there, recoup, think about the next round. It will be backs against the wall, though. It'll be 14-9. They do still need to hold on to these weapons. Robin is still hunting. Though I don't think he shouldn't go further than this. Yeah, should keep the guns, though. So the SGs get capped. An AWP will be bought by Murky, I assume. I don't think he'll buy, or I don't think anybody will drop for him. CX do take a tactical pause to actually probably talk about the economy in this circumstance. So Cypher actually did drop the AWP across. Murky can get full nades now. MT gets given an M4 as well. So yeah, it's a very strong buy across the board. Same goes for Endpoint. No AWP or SG on Endpoint though. So there's currently more SGs on the CT side than the T side. So that's quite an unusual sight, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. I wonder if Thomas will be able to get himself to the 30 bomb before the end of this one, though, Ben. Max 1 frag, of course, as per usual. Naturally.
Too much Mountain Blade.
He loves it. Right. Right.
Triple nade.
Yeah, the airstrike on towards the ramp. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything to the players there. Surreal's on the other side of the map. So, nice idea. That smoke, I'm not too sure what that was. So let's see. So they're committing to this play towards the A-bomb site. And Murky and MC, surely they walk off completely. You don't want to fight for this. You fought for it last time, it didn't quite work out.
Crucial, setting up for the smoke. They are going to use the utility over. They've still got 3 flashes, 1 Molotov, a HE.
Murky's moved forward. Murky's ahead of the molly, and he actually gets the kill on Thomas.
Oh no. He could still potentially hold for more here if he wants to. Instead, opting to back up. Cypher taking a lot of damage through the wallbang. Surreal playing directly inside the smoke. They luckily re-smoke it through him as well, so they're going to give him more time to play with. But as he pushes out, MT will slow him down. Robin and Crucial really start to swing their way into the round, though. There was another timeline there where Murky could have got a collateral once again. Instead, he gets put down, laid to rest, and it is all on Mighty Max and Crucial to bail them out of the round. Nuke Dog will find the first with a spam from the Krieg, and Impact will get the follow-up.
A very awkward situation. We said it was, what, 3v2 heading towards that post plant? And, it's been the same situation there where Max goes for the actual fake plant because he's concerned about a player being close, pushing forward. And it delays it a bit, which forces Crucial to have to keep watching a bit longer. I'm surprised Max didn't go for a hero AK in this circumstance. He had a lot more money. He had, what, 5,800? Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's perfect for an AK armor. He'd be left on 21, but I guess he wants to get the utility. Murky again, though. He's been an absolute weapon with this AWP. I'd like to think that 18, 19 of his kills have been with the AWP compared to everybody else. Obviously, he'd be leading the server.
Oh, yikes. All right. Well, just down to Surreal with the Deagle. Will dome Nuke Dog and let him fall to his death. Grabs the Krieg, goes for the flying Dutchman round the corner.
Oh, Impact caught the he caught the SG.
Oh, very nice.
I was wondering whether if the gun would go flying or if it would actually end up in Impact's hands. But it does get capped. So that is a very nice save. So a bit of a change up from Endpoint now. So they've been going towards A quite a lot. They've been losing a kill towards that scaffold area quite often. So they're now actually letting CeX try and control it, let them use a lot of grenades on it. Nukeshot gets the kill onto Surreal though, with the SG.
Murky coming back over, AWP in hand, Ben ready to lock down towards middle. Robin is there. He does have a little bit of support as well. But is he going to peek into this? Murky just biding his time. Does throw out the Molotov to try and delay and waste as much time as physically possible, expecting the chance that he could boost himself up and go for the fight. Meanwhile, over at the B site, Nuke Dog honed in with the Krieg. A nice weapon to have to hold an angle like this. 50 seconds, so time is of the essence. And they are actually making their move back around as they're coming up the steps, Ben. Seems like a B bombardment could be the play.
Yeah, here come the grenades. The smokes come in. Nuke Dog will be covered. But there is this back line he can look towards. Thomas should have heard that scope, but I'm not sure if he has. He's still holding close to AC.
Oh, Thomas with the AK. Slays Nuke Dog. Impact will fire back through and take down Thomas, and it's all left into a 2 versus 4. Endpoint in a very unfavorable position here unless they can come up clutch with some massive frags, which Mighty Max starts to do. Gets the first. Unfortunately, the response back is too much as Impact will kill him and Cypher will trade it. And that is It's another round going the way for CEX. 12-14, keeping it close and competitive. From how it looked, it's now looking like maybe this could be going all the way towards an overtime scenario, Ben.
So, major thing right there, we saw right at the end, they looked for the SG, it got blasted off the side. So, not recovered, and that actually, I think that's a key part of how you can hold that B-bomb site on the map. The SG being a one-shot headshot, even an AK helps with that. So you can see Nuke Dog actually using the AUG. We don't see an AUG get purchased that often anymore. Oh, here we go. The full A rush coming through.
What?
A single kill gets traded,
Oh no.
but it's still a 2-man advantage.
Yeah. This is crumbled to bits, Ben, on the opener.
They've got an M4 though, it's not actually the worst thing, and they've got a lot of mollies, but do they expect this push on scaffold? They should by now, right? They double up in that area.
It's happened
more
so
often
many
than not.
times. Yeah, you've got to, at some point, be able to prepare yourself for it, surely. Although the way they've been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if this is another round going the way for CEX. MT sets himself up close and personal, but it's impact from the elevated angle to do the damage. This is when he can swing and really capitalize, though. Max will be finished off 14-13. There is a timeline now where CEX do equalize the scoreline. From what was such a dominant half from Endpoint, it started to fall through the cracks.
And you can't help but go back to that, that 2v2 where Max times out. If I'm perfectly honest, that probably was quite critical. The momentum was very much with Endpoint in that scenario. Since then, obviously, CEX have done the work needed. But that round probably was a big hill to roll of the momentum, mentality, and everything, getting much more disheartened. So 14-13, a huge round, because CEX can still buy if they lose it. So no matter what, if Endpoint were to try and win it, it'll be 2 buy rounds they have to get through. See how it goes though. Thomas got 2.
Oh, Thomas with a double spray down with the AK. Crucial, finding a headshot onto Cypher. An impact to Nuke Dog, the only 2 left on the CT side. Impact with the M4. Ben tried to come out clutch into this one as he sprays his way through Joey at first. Pushes back out and towards the bomb site, but his back is exposed. He's so open. He will fall, and it's all up to Nuke Dog. Making dents into this round, but he didn't realize Max was behind him by the scaffolding. He will clutch it, and finally, Endpoint get a 15th round. It's taken them so long.
And CEX with a tactical pause right there. Needing to get the pause in right at the end. Potentially, it is match point right here for Endpoint. So, it depends, I guess. They need to talk about that setup, I suppose, because Endpoint have realized how that setup was set up, right? So Thomas, he was peeking the upper angle first, purely because he knows Murky will be watching this with an AWP. I've got right-hand peek. I've got the advantage. He gets that, he even gets to play out sandbags. So let's see how this one goes, though. It's a full buy on both sides, although Endpoint's one not as strong as the CEX one, of course. A lot more grenades on the CT side. But we'll see.
Ben, this could be the final round of the game here if they were to pick this one up. Only time will tell, though. For now, they set themselves up early on towards middle. Nade's going to roll in off the back of impact. He is Molotov'd off. Crucial, taking a little bit of damage from that HE, though. This might halt the push for a second.
Yeah. A lot of utility used, though. I think, look at the CT. They had full utility, right, at the start of this game. Start of the round, rather. They had full util.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already been diminished to, half within 20 seconds of the round starting. Potentially a bit worrying, but I suppose that means, or shows rather, how much utility you used early, and Crucial gets that kill. The trade is there, but Max is back to trade again. 4v3 already.
Molotov goes down. This should deny the push from Mighty Max, or at the very least slow it to a grinding halt. Surreal with a HE. Only 1 point of damage inflicted onto Murky. He is hard scoped in. honed and ready. But when he pulls the trigger, it's just him that's get dinked. No damage done. Eventually, given an opportunity, nearly flicks round to kill Max. And it comes down to this, Ben. A 1 versus 3. Nuke Dog in the back line. Nope. Robin's found him. Robin's killed him. It took them so long to get over the hump and finally get that 15th round on the board. But when they did, they quickly followed it up with success.